Have you ever noticed how the energy you attract, whether in relationships, friendships, or even at work, seems to mirror something deeper from your past? Today, we're diving into a powerful truth: mother wounds, how they affect men, women, and anyone on a path of healing, but also how these wounds can be redefined as part of your highest calling. Because sometimes what we think breaks us in childhood becomes the exact energy that drives us towards purpose. And here's the thing: if you've ever asked yourself, why do I keep ending up in the same patterns, or why do I feel stuck energetically, then this conversation will shine a light on answers you may not have considered before. A mother wound isn't about blaming your mom. It's about recognizing the energetic imprint left when our nurturing needs weren't fully met. This could look like emotional neglect, over-criticism, enmeshment, or control, or even the absence of safety and unconditional love. On a soul level, these wounds shape our sense of worth, our ability to receive love, and the way we give energy back into the world. They become an energetic script written into our chakras, especially the heart, the sacral, and the solar plexus, the very centers of love, creativity, and personal power. Think of it like programming. Our earliest experiences write the code of our energy field. And unless we rewrite it consciously, we run the same loops over and over. That's why mother wounds feel so persistent. They're not just emotional memories. They're energetic imprints. For women, mother wounds can create struggles with one's self-worth, a pattern of overgiving, or feeling threatened in relationships with other women. The energy field often carries exhaustion, resentment, or constant comparison with it. Basically, a dimming of the feminine light. And for men, the mother wound may manifest as fear of vulnerability, emotional avoidance, or the belief that love must be earned through achievement. Energetically, this shows up as a hardened heart chakra or hyper masculine shields that block intimacy. Also, for all people, the truth is we tend to attract what feels familiar, not necessarily what is the healthiest for us. So unhealed mother wounds magnetize toxic partners, friends, mentors that mirrors that unresolved pain. Energetically, this can feel like you're walking with invisible weights. Your aura may appear dim, your life force fragmented. It can even create cycles of self-sabotage where you unconsciously push away the very love and support that you say you're craving. But once you recognize these patterns, that is the first step to begin shifting them. But here's the paradox. Wounds are teachers. They are catalysts for soul growth. Sometimes the pain of a mother wound is exactly what propels us into our purpose. For example, if your mother was critical, it may have forced you to build strength, independence, and clarity in your voice. If she was emotionally absent, you may feel driven to become a source of deep love and support for others. Even if she was over-loving or controlling, you may learn that transcendence comes from freedom, that real love is not possession, but expansion. On an energetic level, this is alchemy. When the wound acts like the crack in the aura that allows divine light to pour in. And when that occurs, over time, you realize that even the shadow role your mother played had a purpose in your awakening, in your empathy, in your wisdom, and a higher level of consciousness within you. Here's something powerful to reflect on. Without the mother wound, would you have been so driven to grow? Would you have been so open to spiritual awakening or to helping others heal? Sometimes when we go through pain, we feel isolated, but many healers, artists, teachers, and leaders carry mother wounds. And it's the very friction of that pain that can spark your deepest gifts. Once we step into our higher consciousness, we see that our mothers, whether they nurtured us beautifully or hurt us deeply, were just playing the roles in our soul's curriculum. So the wound is not a life sentence. In fact, it's an invitation to redefine what motherhood means within you. And this redefinition could sound like, for example, I'm giving myself the unconditional love that I always longed for. Or I'm choosing to carry forward the gifts from my mother, not the pain. Or I honor my mother for her role, but I'm aligning with my higher self for my path. Also, here's the mystery about all of this. Sometimes you may even find yourself becoming like your mother. And in many ways, that can be both beautiful and painful. That mirroring can trigger fear for a lot of people, but it can also birth empathy. Because you can start to understand her struggles, her limitations, her humanity. And that empathy naturally can evolve into forgiveness. And not forced forgiveness, but forgiveness that arises from a higher truth. And forgiveness at that level isn't intellectual. It's energetic. It's the softening of your energy field. It's when you can think of your mother without the old charges and triggers, and you start to feel peace instead of pain. And once you begin to do that, that's the moment you know transcendence has begun. If you want to truly transcend, we must not just think differently. We must shift our energy. So I'm going to give you 5 practices that you can begin now that can assist you with this alchemy. Number 1, commit to a higher self meditation. Connect to the part of you that exists beyond wounds in this meditation, and start to ask your higher self, how is this wound shaping my soul's purpose? And sit with this question. Even if no words come, notice the sensations. Sometimes the answers arrive as a deep calm, sometimes as tears, or as a sudden clarity about your path. Number 2, rewrite your energy story. Visualize the wound as a pattern in your aura. and see yourself sending light from the crown chakra, which is on the top of your head, down through the heart chakra, and see it dissolving that old imprint and reweaving the energy with divine love. And with every inhale, imagine pulling in new energy. And with every exhale, imagine yourself releasing the old story. Number 3, transcend polarity. Whether your mother was cold or overloving, critical, or indulgent, see that both extremes require balance. And transcendence means learning to love without clinging and to let go without abandoning. So imagine standing in the center, balanced, whole, not pulled by either extreme. That will be your true power. Number 4, use empathy as transmutation. Instead of asking, why did she do this to me? Shift to, what pain was she carrying that shaped her choices? By the way, this doesn't excuse harm, but it frees up your energy from resistance. And each time you shift from blame to empathy, you alchemize heavy energy into light. Lastly, turn forgiveness into frequency. Because forgiveness isn't about words, it's about vibration. It's when your energy stops replaying the old story. It's when you feel light again, unchained, free. So say to yourself, I release this energy now. I call my power back. And let your body really feel that release ripple through your energy field. Remember this, your mother wound is not just a scar. It's a sacred teacher. It may hurt, yes, but it also holds the power to unlock your empathy, to spark your purpose, and to connect you with your higher self. So let's redefine the role and transcend the story. And you'll find that the energy of forgiveness isn't something that you had to force. It's something that began to flow naturally when you decide to rise above the wound. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And if this message touched your spirit, please like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs healing. And if you're ready to go deeper, check out my shop, natashanile.com. There you can find more resources. And until next time, honor your energy. And remember, real transformation begins by loving and healing from the inside out.